G'day everyone, and welcome to Griffinix Tabletop Miniatures. Today, we're going to have a quick look at one of my recent conversions, or should I say kitbashes rather, of my Einhyr champion for my Leagues of Votann army. Yeah, let's get into it. Now this kitbash that you see before you is just my little twist on the Einhyr champion. Now, some of you may have seen the Auric Flamekeeper review that I did earlier on the channel, and I clearly brought that miniature for this very purpose, for the kitbash that I've done. Now, the miniature is not complete in its paint job, but I couldn't wait any longer. I might even put some tufts and things on the base, but I mean, I just needed to show everybody what I plan to do with my Leagues of Votann army. This is the colour scheme. Green and yellow, aka green and gold, very Australian. And as you can see, not only have I replaced the head with that of the Auric Flamekeeper, which I did have to cut back a bit, because the Mohawk would run into the armour. But I also, as you can see here, I took the Auric Flamekeeper's, his axe, and put the axe head from the Einhyr champion, and put that in there, his plasma axe, and I decided to make the plasma a bit blue and make my flame blue as well. I'm going to do some further highlighting on that flame, and that'll make it stand out even better. And I decided to move the this bit here that goes up and over the head area. I moved it further back so that it could accommodate the Mohawk, the triple Mohawk that we've got here on this Auric Flamekeeper head. And I took the options that could go on here. I'm not sure which one it was, but either of the two options that you get in the set could do. I took it off and I put the top part of it's a thing from the Fyreslayers range again, obviously. I think, if memory serves, it's from the Magmadroth kit from the Rider, one of their heads, I believe. Yeah. Just a nice little bit to put up there, giving it more of a dragon feel. And I also put the hairpiece instead of the plaited one here, instead of the little sort of dangling bit of hair that you have on the Einhyr champion kit. And if you notice there, I'm sure you have, up on the shoulder, on the back of the shoulder there, I've got a little mechanical bird that comes from the Kharadron Overlords range. I can't remember the name of the miniature exactly, but they're like their heavy troop option. I've got 40 of them in my Kharadron Overlords army, so I had a number of these little birds spare, and I thought I'd put that up on there, and that can be his little friend. And as you can see, instead of using the little insert panel that goes on this armoured arm over here, which has the gun in it, as you can see, you get these two little options of these little sort of rectangular inserts with rather nice detail, I must admit. Sort of reminiscent of what you see here on the shoulder. Very nice, very fine, detailed insert that would have looked nice painted up. But I decided to go with the shield from the Cities of Sigmar and old Warhammer Fantasy Battle Longbeards from their dwarf range. So, or Dwarden, as they might be called now. And I went with a red, earthy, almost slightly Australian outback, eroded, rocky sort of look to the base. And I think that helps the green sort of look nice, and just all those colours together, surprisingly, I think, help complement each other quite well. The yellow and the orange and gold and whatnot. But yeah, it was an absolute joy putting this together, and when I saw this miniature released, the first thing I thought was, I need one of these Auric Flamekeeper heads. I so have to put that helmet in here. That would look so cool. And I'm very pleased with how it's turned out. It worked out better than I thought it would, and it wasn't too difficult at all to do. I did, as you can see here on the base, I did put a tiny, tiny little piece of plastic there. Again, I'm not finished. I will do further work on this miniature in the form of some painting and a tiny little bit of... I've got a little rock thing to put here, which I'll put on later. It needs to be super glued on, but then it won't look so funny. And what I did was, I just did that to make him stand a little bit more upright as he's running and launching forward. Yeah, I thought that was more appropriate for the way the helm sat in and how the arm was fitting to the miniature, given the change to the axe. Keeping the flame upright there. Yeah. Just a little example of what you can do with just a few extra parts, a few bits from your bits box. And it's one of my favourite things in the hobby, frankly, doing just minor kit bashes like this, and even more so bigger conversions. But it just brings me so much joy to put my own little spin on things, and you can still do it using Games Workshop parts. So if you're worried about, going into a tournament and things like that, obviously, if you're not worried about that, you can do 3D printing, you can do all sorts of things. But quite often, you can find things within the Games Workshop miniatures range, whether they're from 40k, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, Warcry, all of that. And you can, or Blood Bowl even, you can mix and match some of the parts and really come up with some cool things. Yeah, this was definitely one of the most fun builds I've done in a while, and I'm really pleased with how it's turning out. Yeah. Have any of you kitbashed any of your leagues of Votann? Have you thought about it and maybe just weren't quite confident enough to pull it off, or perhaps didn't have the parts and didn't want to buy additional kits to sacrifice their bits? Quite understandable. The hobby's expensive enough as it is. Be interested to hear your thoughts and get some feedback on what you think of my little kitbash here. But yeah. Before I finish up, you might have noticed this little bit of blue. Yeah, it's the alien blue grass, or gamer's grass. They're nice little tufts. And I thought, given that they are on an alien environment, an alien planetoid or something like that, that the blue grass would look nice against the red rock, red earth, and sort of match the lights, the sensor light or whatever it is, and the blue flame and the blue plasma of the axes, or the axe in this case, or axes across my army. So I've got a few of those. Make sure I've got enough for my force. Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite chuffed with this one. Now, if you've enjoyed watching this video, please feel free to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you can stay up to date with all the content that will be coming in the future from this channel. And yeah, I've been your host, Matt the Hat, and I thank you very much for your time. I'll catch you in the next one.